Hi everyone, my name is Samantha Fowler and I am a lead Scentsy consultant for Mustang, Oklahoma. And I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about what my why is and a little bit of my story. And if you're looking for your why and some enthusiasm, I hope that this enlightens you today. And also, if you've ever wondered about signing up for Scentsy, I hope that this encourages you to do that because it'll be such a big blessing in your life. And so here we go. I started Scentsy whenever I was 21 years old, single mother, and I was having a really hard time paying for my bills. Couldn't afford daycare, I couldn't afford rent, pretty much anything that involved a payment, I was having a hard time finding that. And I had a couple of parties for Scentsy to get some free Christmas gifts, and they had turned out really well. Who's my now sponsor, had offered the Scentsy opportunity to me, telling me how much I could have made at that party, all the cool trips that she's going to get to go on, and just all the blessings that she's received doing Scentsy. And I was a little skeptical. I decided I was going to pass because I didn't really know all there was to know about it, and I needed money right then. And so I went ahead and got a second job at a retail store. So I was working a bank job and also doing the retail business right before the holidays. And I got my first paycheck from the second job and I wanted to cry. I didn't even make enough to pay half of daycare. I didn't know what I was gonna do. I had some gifts for Christmas because of the Scentsy party, but I still couldn't afford daycare. I still couldn't afford Christmas gifts or any of that. And so I was really bummed, and I quit the second job and started working extra hours at my full-time job. And I still wasn't happy. I was overworked, I was exhausted. I didn't get to see my daughter very much. I had to have people pick her up from daycare all the time. I had to work events that she wasn't allowed to attend with. And it just was really discouraging being a new mom and having such a young child and not being able to do anything but work 6 days a week. The only day I got off was Sundays, and if you go to church, then you don't really get a day at all to yourself. And as I was sitting in church one day, the pastor was talking about how God has great big plans for us, and He wants us to be fulfilled in life and wants us to be plentiful and bountiful. And I was not feeling that. I was feeling stressed, I was feeling overworked, I wasn't enjoying my life at all, I wasn't enjoying the new daughter that I had had, and life was really bumming me out. And as I sat there, the first thing that popped in my head was Scentsy. I had been offered this opportunity, I didn't think anything of it in the couple of months, and I just couldn't get this nagging feeling away that this is something that I would be great at doing, something that I wanted to do. This would open so many doors for me, but I was still kind of scared that I wouldn't be able to make it. I wouldn't be able to sell $150 in products in a month. And I decided that I was going to go ahead and sign up, and if it didn't work and I didn't like it in 2 months, that I would just quit. Well, I started and I called who's my now sponsor, and she was actually on a trip in Hawaii from the Scentsy family with her husband. And I said, you know what, that's another reason that is so neat that a single mom like me that can't even make barely ends meet, if I could make extra cash and get to go on a trip that I would never get to go on in my lifetime, how neat would that be? So I was super excited for her to get back, and I had my launch party, and so many people showed up. It was so encouraging that I had such a big support network, and a lot of them were people that I hadn't even seen in a long time that were just there to support me starting my new business. And my party went great. I was just under the Shooting Star Award, and I kept getting orders, and people loved the product, and I started to learn more and more about the product and started to ask people, you know, what their favorite things were about Scentsy and what were their concerns about Scentsy, and I found out answers for them. And so showing my dedication and my love for the product helped me get those sales and helped me to build my business to where it is now. Also, another thing that was really awesome with starting my business was my daughter. She loves unpacking Scentsy with me. As you saw before, she loves going to events with me, and she can. She's a big helper. She likes to hand out samples. She likes to hand out catalogs. she also gets to go to a lot of parties that I have the friends that have children. So she loves to do that. She definitely is a big seller, and I see that in her future. But it's something that we get to bond together with that I never would have gotten to do. She can't come with me on a corporate job to do any of that kind of stuff, and I get to work with her every day doing something that we both love. She probably knows more of the scents than I do, but it just makes me feel blessed. And right now I'm working towards doing this as my full-time job. I want to be able to stay at home with her and be able to go to events at school with her and interact and meet new people. I've built great relationships with friends, working towards trips. I've gotten to go on conventions that are really cool and fun to go to and get free products. It's just all around been a huge blessing in my life, and my reason why is my family and my daughter. And anybody's why can be anything different. There's travel. You can travel all over the world. They gave away a trip to Greece this year, also Atlantis. They gave away trips to their convention in Missouri. So the options are limitless with Scentsy. You can be debt-free. Whatever you dream you can do, as long as you're working your business, and just be yourself, because that's what people like, just being yourself. And you will be surprised at how fast your business kicks off and how fast it is for you to make new connections. Some of my close friends I met from Scentsy parties, and it just makes me feel all warm and fuzzy and excited inside, and I feel like I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't tell everybody how Scentsy family has changed my life. So I hope that you find your reason why and that this excites you also as it does me. And if you haven't taken that leap of faith and signed up for Scentsy and you've been thinking about it, it's a small investment, $99 to sign up and get your kit, and you get such a big return. I just can't express how awesome it's changed my life. I don't worry about daycare anymore. That's the least of my worries. We actually just got to go on our first Thunder game with my Scentsy paycheck, and I never thought in a million years that I would get to do that. And so it's just been such a great blessing, and I would love to have you on my team. I'd love to sponsor you, and if you have any questions, my link is below, and I'm always available to talk. So hope that you guys have a great week. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.